Hello everyone, my name is Viren and welcome back to the Gaming Cineflix. This is Doki Doki Literature Club, part whatever it is right now because we're in deep. We're trying to save our friend. We need to figure out how to do that. So, alright. What else is here? Read me. Let's read. Okay. Oh my god. Oh. Oh, whoa. So they'll delve inside of all of us beneath the manufactured perception. Their artificial reality is a twisted, writhing meth, hidden by the sleeves of a cute shirt. Such deplorable, tangled mass. It's already present. It's the same thing. Oh man. I can hear you. I can hear you keep talking. Can I open these? Let's see if we can. Google Chrome. Can I open these characters? No, I cannot. What is that? Is that her hair? Is that what that's supposed to be? There we are, QR code scanner. Scan it. Scan it, dang it. That's not what I think it is. Oh man. So we're gonna keep playing. We're going to see if we can get any more out of her. Because I don't recall this "Can you hear me" being there. I'm actually going to go back and check the old videos to see if that was there and if I just overlooked it before. Okay. She's talking to us. Because "Can you hear me" was not there earlier. I checked the other videos that we already had taken care of and it's not there. So we're going to continue and see if she keeps talking, because we need to. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Ah! I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You're looking for something here. In there. Fracking Monic. She never puts my stuff in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is going to mess it up? She slides a bunch of stacked books in boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read that right? Ah. Sometimes. Manga is one of those things that you can't admit you're really into until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is! Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns the box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing the box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. Get a closer look at the box she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. Probably. I've got actually, there's a timestamp here of the last time that it was edited. 1:21 a.m. So that did come through at 1:21. Keep talking, girl. We'll come get you. We'll get you! If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging or anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Byron. Consider this a lesson. Don't judge a book. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm going to show you exactly why. She shoved the book right into my hands. Ah. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire, striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe. Don't just stand there. What? Natsuki grabs my arms and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Ah? Why is that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arm and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I'm just going to refresh this every so often to see if anything changes for the times. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki and I once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I've read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I finish the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet. I need to save her. Give me something I can use, please. Typical slice of life affair. All of this is like a lot. It's really so. There's minor changes, other than like the creepy factor to it, but like it's all really similar to before. Are you sure this isn't bothering you? I want to pay attention to this really closely too. It's not. Even though you're just watching me read. Well, is that my screen? Yeah, that's my screen. Fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with somebody else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? It's not, well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? You don't share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Ah, sorry. Huh. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. Can't even bring it up without them being all like, you haven't grown out of that stuff yet? Makes me want to punch him in the face. Yeah, I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time. But it's harder for someone like you. Huh. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, if I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room, my dad would beat the crap out of me if he found out about this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica's kind of a jerk about it. Ah, I can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, I'm here, reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So? Ha! Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. This is different. Time passes. Natsuki is strangely quiet now. I glance over at her. It looks like she started to fall asleep. Hey, Natsuki. Yeah? Suddenly, Natsuki collapses straight into me. Hey! Okay. That's not healthy. I think there's something wrong with you. Maybe you should see a doctor? Or something? Oh, gosh. Oh, geez. Natsuki, are you okay? Here. Monica reaches into her bag, pulls out some kind of a protein bar. She throws it in Natsuki's direction. Natsuki's eyes suddenly light up again. She snatches the bar from the floor and immediately tears off the wrapper. I told you not to give... She doesn't even finish her sentence before stuffing it into her mouth. Don't worry, Byron. She's fine. It just happens every now and then. That's why I always keep a snack in my bag for her. Anyway, why don't we share poems now? I'm gonna go straight to Monica. I should start with Monica. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want her to know I'm putting in effort. Hi, Byron. Having a good time so far? Ah, yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities, or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Ah, don't worry, Byron. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But if that's sort of a barrier, then we can get past it soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, Byron. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Ha! Oh, jeez. No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. If you're really interested in Natsuki, then always keep snacks on you. She'll cling to you like a puppy. Natsuki's dad doesn't give her lunch money or leave her any food in the house. Shows she's in a fussy mood very often. But sometimes she loses all of her strength and just shuts down. Like earlier. This This is just a guess, but I think she's so small because malnutrition is interfering with her adolescent growth. But hey, that's some guys are into petite girls too, you know? Sorry, just trying to look at the bright side. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, it's not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the Wall. Alright. This is a continuation from the first one, it looks like. Like, the first time that I read this poem, it was creepy. Just the hole in the wall, looking back, like somebody was peeking in. So let's continue that little story. Hole in the wall, but he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glance around my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in the room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing on me. The air I breathe disrupts before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. So what do you think? It's very freeform if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, it's kind of style that's gotten pretty popular nowadays. There's a lot of poems that have been putting emphasis on timing between words and lines. When it's performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What's the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. Kind of nervous to talk about the deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone's better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll get a big, dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Natsuki. Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. And what's the point in sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, I remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I wanted you to feel comfortable enough to share yours, like Monica said. Well, I'd be more comfortable sharing my poems if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, huh. Let me show you what real literature's like. And then you ruined it. I hope you're happy. So, in other words, you're saying you liked it? Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. You're so... You just don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that you don't have to go around announcing it like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if this is a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you should show me yours, right? Yeah, fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. It's the same. Told you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. Isn't that the point of poems, for people to express themselves? Your writing style shouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can really be disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on wordplay. I like to set it up for a rhyme at the end, but make it fall flat on purpose. Helps me bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. This is so crazy what's going on here. So you did. Guess it went more into it than I realized. That's what I meant. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. I didn't expect that from the youngest one here. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Yuri. Messed up things haven't really happened with you yet. So I think it's your turn, probably. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes. More than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. Just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah? Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that might be after reading through it. So it's bad? No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri blushes. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we haven't really gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I didn't really notice. What are you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And I've been through that myself, learned to pick up on a couple things often. I think the most noticeable thing that I recognize with new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is both the style and expressiveness are weakened. Only Yuri finds her train of thought. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, it's not something you can be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example, trying new things. I also hope that everyone in this club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki may be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, or to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thoughts and processes behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Yeah, I think this is the same. Entirely. Yeah, this is the exact same as before. Ghost under the light. The light flickers, I flicker back. Sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking about that at all. But it took such a long time to read. Ah. Well, I guess I don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? I also like the poem. Even though it's short, it's really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, though, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Byron. Really? Must have totally missed that point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it once after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining piece of comfort, unable to let go of her past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't thought about that. It's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things, too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone was judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monika is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Huh? Did she say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to her desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was really trying to say something nice. Huh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. Huh. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked somebody who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monika liked it, and Byron did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Byron liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh. I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I meant. You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Byron appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Viren started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Taking out your own insecurities on others like that. You really act as though... You really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Me? Look who's talking. You wanna be edgy, witch? Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your menial age to comprehend. Something changed. I swear I saw something change over there on the right side. See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know? If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing it and acting cute? The only thing that's cute about you is how hard you try. Whoa, be careful. You might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the frack is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let Viren hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels after you and all of this. Suddenly, Yuri turns to me as if she just noticed I was standing there. Viren? She's trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. I was gonna read all of that, but Yuri! Let's go with Yuri. Why not? Why not? Hi. I knew you were a little bit more omnipotent than you should have been. I'm trying to change your story. I'm trying to change your past, aren't I? You know that I would have chosen Natsuki. You know that I would have. Hey, Viren. Why don't we step outside for a little bit? Yes, let's do that, okay? Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if that makes you want to spend less time with others, then that's fine. I'll be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri, I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. Byron, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget about it all by tomorrow. Completely. Oh, I'm going into the characters. Natsuki? There you are. Nah. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. You know what? All of you, come on now. Monica, we're going to put you all right here. Maybe that'll help, maybe that won't help at all, but Yuri looks like she wants to say something. But she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. Kinda sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Byron. It would be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing all this trouble, but I really Alright, last time we probably overthought all of this, but I'm just gonna pick random things because I'm gonna pick the negativest things ever. So we're gonna go with fear. Shame. Tears. Anger. Dark. There's not really a whole. Determination, peaceful, portrait, violent, prayer, heart, comfort, marshmallow, whistle. There's not really a negative one here. Whistle, fine. Graveyard. Captive. Fester. Rain cloud. Unstable. Horror. Tragedy. Contamination. No, explode. Suicide. Disoriented. Broken. Misery. Wrath. Massacre. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. Alright, I've got to end this. It's getting really interesting. I'm not sure if I'm going to do another one tonight. I might wind up doing more later because it is getting very late. Before I end this, though, we're going to go and we're going to check out I hate this. Can't do anything no matter how many times you play, it's all the same. Hate them, why is it so hard? Yeah, this is what we found before. It was all stuck in our stuff from earlier. This is a trip. This is very interesting. And then furthermore, who is the one killing? Is the next question. Because even though that looked like a suicide, I don't know how long that body's been there. Like, Monica could actually be the killer. Like, and we don't know that. Like, we were there with Monica anyway at the school, but who knows? She could have like found a way to stage it as a suicide at night. And the whole like, who is the one that's rewriting these files to eliminate people? Because this is a conscious effort by somebody. I'm not sure if I'm just putting undue stress on Monica, because she's just been kind of popping up and has just been kind of like the weird overseer of everything. I'm not sure how that's gonna go. Like, Natsuki has motive, because like I chose Sayuri over Natsuki. So she has motive to actually do something like this, but still, if it were her, then why would she be messing with herself in this version of reality? So, like, there's so much going on right now. It's so crazy. And we'll have to go into this later, because this is just crazy, and I already, like, there's already going to be so much editing, so much putting this stuff together. It's just, it's all going to be an interesting story in the future. Please stick with me. We'll get this taken care of. We will save everyone that we can. I've already kind of, like, isolated Natsuki, Yuri, and Monica, like, their files. I wonder what would happen, like, if they were removed or moved or anything like that. If I, like, removed all of the character files, like, I wonder if it is watching all that stuff. Like, if the game, like, will know if I remove those files, like, if that is their lifeline. But anyway, I'm rambling on far too long for this one. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you so much for being here. You're amazing. And I'll see you on the next episode of Doki Doki Literature Club.